We've all heard and learned about how you can stand out by tailoring your cover letter and applying for that job you want. I've also shared in my previous videos on effective questions you can ask at interviews to show your interest and understanding of the role or companies that you've applied with. In this week's video, I'm going to share with you what to do post-interview and how you can move a little closer to obtaining the job you want and perhaps edge out your competitors. Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's PSAs with Slim, where I share weekly tips by way of short public service announcements. This week, I'm hoping to give an edge to all of you job seekers out there with advice on what you should be doing post-interview. You've submitted your job application, completed the phone screen, and attended the face-to-face interviews, be it video or in person. So what do you do next? Have you done everything that you can to show that you are the best person for the role? I always advise candidates to send in an email to the interview panel or recruiter whom they've met with to acknowledge their time and opportunity for the interview. This isn't only a way for you to show your thanks, but it is a great way to keep your name and application at the forefront of their minds. Now here is the extra gold nugget that I'll include for you. Don't just say thank you. Use this opportunity to further delve down on what was discussed during the interview and show the work that you've done with your research. Take that initiative to either present it in a simple dot point format or even a quick presentation. Now, this is different to what you've already said in your cover letter, because this should include new information that you would have gathered during and post-interview. It should also include information gathered through your networks that are either current or previous employees to that company, from people in your network that have worked with that company. So think suppliers, vendors, consultants, or even contractors. And linking that all through to what you know as the key priorities and tasks that the company is looking for in that role, as well as from the answers the interview panel provided you with during the interview process. It doesn't have to be fancy and it doesn't have to be super detailed or lengthy, but it has to be informative enough and for them to come back to you wanting more. Short and sharp is where I would go with here. Think about it as your next elevator pitch now that you know more. End it with an open-ended question and leave them coming back. Include what your 30, 60, 90-day plan would look like, how you can add value to their tasks or issues that they have outlined. Stick to facts and your key strengths and experiences. The one thing that you shouldn't do not hassle the recruiter or the interviewers post-interview. Once you send them a thank you note, I would advise that you refrain from further communication, no matter how tempting it may be in wanting to follow up. Give them time to review and assess. If they haven't come back to you in the appointed time, I would then follow up with a phone call and an email. Sadly, if they still don't respond, I would take it as a sign to move on. It happens. It's not great to not hear back from a company post-interview, but it happens. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to click on the little bell and subscribe to my videos. Like, share, and comment. See you next week.